Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's our time for yet another episode of Fata Morgana, and let's continue. Let's continue the story, but not with the other endings, but with the backstage, basically, that we had in the end of the previous episode, but I didn't wanted to go with it, because I thought I will do first all endings, and basically I thought like that Bug was like the same as this, but it's not apparently. So I will just cut here and get to the end of the game. And yeah, we'll go from that. So yeah, I asked on Discord actually if I should do the backstage or I should do the all endings first. And it seems like backstage is the thing I should do. So yeah, let's just go. Also, my mouse is kind of like weirdly off sync with this game for some reason. But yeah, anyway, I will see you in a second, so be right back. Okay, and here we are. Let's go. Let's go to the backstage. Let's do it. What you're about to read is a fourfold breaking peek behind the curtains of the main cast's other stream. Okay. Opposition to the tone of the game. Okay. Fun stuff. Let's do it. Excuse me, what are you doing here? You. Yes, you. Oh, this is like actually talking to like the reader. Oh, it's Morgana. I wish I knew how all these uninvited souls keep finding their way to my mansion. Well, never mind that for now. The fact that you are here means you've uncovered all the mansion's mysteries, yes? I mean, I did get the true ending, yeah? Nah. Well, congratulations for having the fortitude to endure such a grim tale. It's been a grim tale. I would ask you what you thought of it, but unfortunately, this is beyond even my powers. Since you are here, though, how would you like to take a little tour of the house? Sure. Also, I cannot unsee this when I thought about this right now, so I will make you unable to unsee this as well. This shape behind Morgana's head looks like antlers. She have antlers. Can you see it? That is, if you are willing to take this hand. You've got strong stomach at least. Well, before we begin our little trek, I would like to empathize that this is, as the title implies, a look behind the curtains of the house in Fata Morgana, okay? If you just completed the game and would like some time to dwell on it, you're welcome to head back now. But should you choose to continue, I encourage you to do so knowing that what you're about to read does not in any way respect the tone of the game proper. You will see people who shouldn't be here, things that contradict the events of the game, a general sense of pandemonium. You would do best not to think much of any of it. I will still think way too much of it, don't worry about that. Like, I tried to make theories from like Umineko Tsubasa side stories things, so yeah. That said, I would prefer not to have to guide you around the house all by myself. Not because I have anything in particular against you, of course. I simply think it would be inappropriate for him not to accompany us. Yes, him, the story's protagonist. Okay. You mean, Michelle, right? Let us be of them. Okay. And there's the master bedroom. Oh, Giselle! Ah, I found another split end. Look, this one's split into 3. I don't know why you're so excited about split ends. If my hair is such a mess, maybe I should just cut it all off. This is awesome. This is cute. I love it. I love it. Them being a parent, just like, oh my god, your hair is such a mess. Also, yeah, 1 second. I need to... Actually, whatever. I'll just fix it later. You won't hear a difference, probably. I'm not particularly attached to having long hair. I'm not sure how I feel about the idea. I quite enjoy playing with your hair myself. There's the one who once called me a hair monster. I didn't actually mean that. I was just, you know, a little overwhelmed at the time about how unexpectedly handsome you were, but I couldn't bring myself to say it. Sure. I hope you two sickening lovebeards spontaneously combust. Love it. Hi there. It's been a while. It's been so long actually since I saw proper like sprite for full body Michelle, because we've been in from his perspective all like many episodes and full of more of Giselle as well. Hey, what was that for? And be careful what you wish for, quite literally. We might actually go up in flames. That's a good point, because Morgana Wish created kinda like some cursed stuff. So, yeah, Morgana, you should like be careful kinda with your powers. How long have you been standing there, Morgana? As a true master of this house, I'm everywhere at all times. Even in the bathrooms. Great. Don't worry, when I was in that position I closed my eyes and plugged my ears when you were doing your business. Nice, thanks. That smile. I think that's enough toilet humor for the time being. Especially in front of our guests. You're the one who brought it up. Wait, what guest? Oh, so you can see the souls beside me. Soul beside me. That's quite a shame. Could they be who was watching over us? I had better give them my thanks then. Unfortunately, I can't see you there, but either way, thank you very much for accompanying us to the end of our story. Not a problem. Go on, Michelle. You thank them too. Thanks. My man! You are the protagonist. Surely you can do better than that. Don't worry about that. Could you really consider me the protagonist? What did you hit? What? Did you hit your head and lose your memory again? If you think about this, Morgana is kind of protagonist here as well, right? She might be the antagonist, but technically she's also protagonist. That's complicated. It just never really seems that way to me. I can understand that. You didn't become an active participant in the story until the end of chapter 4, Michelle. Yep. In some ways, you could call the first 4 chapters an extended prologue. That's a good way to view it. Also, I will cut here because the previous episode, that's the ending of Fata Morgana, just finished rendering, and I want to see if it will pass YouTube checks. Because I have some trouble uploading this basically, and it's going to be a premiere. So you can actually let me know in the comments if you've seen the previous episode as the premiere or you watched this later. I wonder which one are you. So be right back. Okay, I'm back and it's uploading. So let's see. Let's continue. But once you reclaimed yourself, you were most definitely playing the protagonist. Yep. Especially the final chapter, you had me swaying by the end. Sure, thanks. I'm going to bring Michelle with me. And only Michelle. Why? What about me? Because with you around, he turns into a lovesick airhead dope. He's about as useful to me as a wet paper sack full of potatoes. Potatoes! Any of you watch or play DSC interview with Kazuku Play? Potatoes are back. Come on now, get moving. Are you sure I can't come with you? Absolutely not. You spoiled him in more ways than one. What were you going to do though? What are we going to do though? What do you think, my dear? What any respectable behind the scenes extra would do, of course. We're going to visit each room and in the mansion and faff about like a bunch of fools. That sounds a lot like spent 1,000 lines talking trash about Michelle to me. I seem to recall plenty of fluffing about in the main game anyway. Why don't we do something we couldn't do there? Huh? Oh, I have just a thing. Here. There are cue cards. Oh? Cue cards? Okay. They got profiles and other miscellaneous notes from the creator about each of the characters. Oh! I love this stuff. Yes! This is something I loved in Umineko, that we had like this like screens for each character and like it basically had clues of what's going on and stuff. I loved analyzing this stuff. I thought they might come in handy. I can see them being useful, yes, but why exactly do you have those? Apparently, it's my job to give the star of show his notes. Is that a fact? If I'm not mistaken, the maid had cue cards in the other extra as well. I have no idea. I did not play other like games. Wait, am I making a mistake reading this? I would rather pretend those miniaturized things were not actually us. I can't help but feel the creators were screwing with us on some level. Okay. It will be, I guess like it will be fun for me to reading these extra stories after this, and I will get the reference after I read them. Do I have to buy them or something? Like, are they like separate game? I mean, I have this like Requiem of Innocence or something like that, but I don't think I have like this like other three that were like listed here. I'm not sure. Or are they like within the game? I don't know. I will check it out like at some point. Actually, since we are here, maybe we should start with the two of you before we head out. I will read your profile, Michelle. I doubt you would want to do it yourself, would you? Okay, hand over the cue cards. Alright, now let's begin. This pathetic, long-haired man is, believe it or not, the protagonist of the house in Fata Morgana. See, I told you this is how it would go. You can deny a lot of readers probably didn't expect the creepy white-haired recluse to turn out to be a main character. According to this, two of the creator's goals for this game were to subvert readers' expectations and cast new light on old information the farther you progress through the story. Okay, don't forget about yourself, Morgana. Even before the focal point of the game, my story was revealed. There were examples of lines or events taking a new meaning as each of the first 3 chapters developed. Agree. That is true. At first, Bell seems like a fairly likable young man. But by the end of his chapter, he had revealed himself as a helplessly worthless child. The second chapter was pretty crazy too. We found out about ukulele that was. Wait, what? No, that's not how you pronounce his name? Oh my god. I forgot she had a problem with like... I think like she had problem with like naming him or something. I don't remember exactly, but I think there was something like that. Or maybe I'm wrong. I think like she couldn't name his name. As I recall, it's Eucalyptus. Okay, yeah, they are both gone. Okay, never mind. You already made that joke. Let it go, please. Okay, yep, so I realize it's been somewhere in the game before. That creature doesn't need a name. Just call him the Beast. Okay? I mean, Yukimasa, okay, he have a name. Chapter 3 was something else too. My impression of Jacopo and Maria had completely turned around by the end. Maria, yes. Jacopo? Kinda, but still an asshole. At the end of the chapter, you learn what kind of man he really was, which then ties into the revelation in the final chapter. Piles of human garbage, the three of them. But we'll go into more detail about them. But right now, it's Michelle's turn. The core aspects of his character are justice and righteousness. What? Why are you looking at me like I just told you the sky is purple? I wasn't expecting something so flattering to come out of your mouth. Nor do I really think of myself that way. I'm hardly a paragon of virtue. That's true. Putting a knife to a woman's neck isn't very righteous. My sincerest apologies. Yeah. You had your reasons, I know. But it was pretty terrifying at the time. I don't hold it against you though. Good. Anyway, while those are the core aspects of your character, they got buried over the curse of the abuse and misfortune you suffered through the story. Your circumstances in life forced you to repress yourself, and once you were free from those restrictions in the final chapter, you were able to act as the man you truly are, or something to that effect. Oh, okay, so... Huh. Yeah, he did become more righteous, like, more about justice, righteousness, and stuff like that in the last chapter, where he decided to save everyone, basically. That is true. He did change. Maybe not change, but his restrictions were he was done with his restrictions. He just accepted himself and his past and stuff. I'd say it was Giselle's influence more than anything that got me through the final chapter. Like I said, in-game, I couldn't have done it on my own. Yeah, I'm glad I could be of assistance. I really need to peel those two apart. We'll never finish if they keep making goo-goo eyes at each other every 10 seconds. If that's supposed to be my character, then there's one thing I can wrap my head around. And what that would be? How all the promotional material portrays me. I have no idea. I have zero information or like knowledge about promotional material for the game. I literally never looked up at the promotional stuff. The staff has a fondness of being misleading, the writer especially. Like my portrait in the demo's backstage extra. Okay. What was that all about? Can I look it up? Or someone put it in Discord? Well, it was the demo. I want to see this. Okay, so someone please. Like, because I don't want to still be spoiled about other stuff that I will read later in like Fata Morgana, so I don't want to search things yet. I mean, I can probably, because I finished the game, right? Just not for the like this like Innocence Requiem thing. But I'm really curious about like this demo. Was it really different? How did they portray Michelle that they're so shocked? I want to know. I really want to know. I'm sure they just didn't want to spoil the surprise. It was fun calling you my weeping boy too. What? I need to play demo. And their portrayal makes sense if we assume that Michelle was there was from when it was just the two of us living in the mansion. We were pretty damaged at that point, which was largely my fault, I suppose. In any event, the promotional materials are already out there, so there's nothing you can do about it. You are, for all intents and purposes, obviously in need. What? Well, now the game's over. I have a couple things I'd like to get off my chest. Now, what those would be? I never wanted to be a recluse. Well said. Well said indeed. Also, I never wanted to die a virgin. Jesus. Well said. Well said indeed. Though I must say, it seems rather irrelevant to joke about either of those, knowing that what we already know. Well, we are not the ones writing. We'll just say what we are told to. Regardless, I can say I'm completely satisfied, but I'm happy enough. My story was adequately explained in the game itself. I'm really impressed that you can be happy about any of your story, considering the kind of hell you were put through. I mean, it was well written from like character development standpoint. That was amazing writing. There were how many dead ends? I don't know. I didn't went through the dead ends. I don't think I will do. Actually, when I will be doing like endings for the game, I won't be doing the dead ends. I don't think like I should. They just doesn't feel like they would bring anything. I did quite a beating on more than one occasion. A lot of that has fallen my head, I suppose. The ending was perfect though. So yeah, I'm happy. Please, for the love of all holy, stop smiling. I can see it as anything but pitiful. Also, by the way, remember antlers for Morgana? Look at that. Okay, I can show you because my cursor, but look at here. At the top of his head. Bam! Antlers. Can you see them on this and this side? Because in the story, you are the king of misfortune. Okay. Nice title. Oh, that reminds me. There's something on your profile even more crucial than your core of justice and righteousness. Righteousness, yeah. You were apparently born under an unlucky star. Yeah, we can see that. And that's why no matter what you do or where you go, you're destined to have terrible things happen to you. Why must the universe be so cruel to me? I don't know. Well, I am the queen of misfortune, so perhaps they just wanted someone else to be as miserable as me. I guess, maybe. Giza had it pretty bad too. What? You think so? I don't think I had it nearly as bad as either of you. You spent centuries completely and utterly broken. That's all in the past though. I'm back to my old self now, and that's enough for me. We are not really skilled at whitewashing the past. In fact, the both of you are far too forgiving. Although, I suppose that's why you ended up as the hero and the heroine of the story. But I'm still the anti-heroine. You say that like it's something to be proud of. Well, what about Covers, the main character? Well, that about Covers, the main character, Michelle. In conclusion, is a 27-year-old man with his head in the clouds who talks like the character out of a bad fairy tale. Wow. What happened about the justice and rightfulness? Why couldn't you conclude with that? He also had no sense of humor and doesn't realize that they're the exact same thing. Jesus. Could you try not buttering me only to tear me back down again? Even the inverse would be preferable. And to top of it all, he's completely incompetent when it comes to the romance. Completely incompetent spoke with red. Umineko fans knows. I knew it. I knew this was how it's going to go. I would rank you being made fun of number 2 in terms of when you're most interesting, Michelle. Gee, thanks. That makes me feel so much better. Now, since we seems to have fallen back into our usual routine, let's move on to Giselle, shall we? What? Me next? Oh, I've got butterflies in my stomach. And there we have it. Believe it or not, the heroine of the game. What's so hard to believe about that? Tell me, would you have imagined the maid with a creepy laugh was once this bulby ball of energy? Yep, that went out of nowhere. That was like very cool. Like, the reveal was awesome. With like this, like, in the same episode, basically when it got revealed, we had like these like glitches in the log, right? If I remember correctly, it's been the same episode. I would rather not think about my time as the maid. I can't say I blame you. Your mind was complete mush at the time. Oof. If you will allow me to say, the maid outfit was quite an eye-catching. Hold your tongue, my dear. Now, I have to ask Giselle, where in the world did you pick up those laughably flowery speech buttons? Are you sure you want to know? Is there any reason I wouldn't? I picked it up from you, Morgana. Excuse me? Like, when you're really ripping into someone, Morgana, you kind of start talking like the character in a stage play. You're calling me theatrical? Yes, you actually do speak like that sometimes. That's true. Especially when you call everyone my dear. We take that part back. So the maid's speech patterns were modeled after Morgana's, huh? That would definitely make sense considering the tone of the 4th chapter. Don't you be talking about me, even in your head. Not a word. Regardless, my speech patterns and the maid's share nothing in common. And you are terrible human beings for the much as suggesting it. What are you smirking about? Nah, I think I was just thinking that human Morgana is kinda incredibly adorable. Oh, you're blushing, look at her, she's blushing, aww. I'll be quiet. You're just going to stand by and watch as your girlfriend insults me like this, Michelle. I don't care that it's insult. I have to agree, if you ask me, you are pretty adorable right now. We got her, boys. It's like 2 tiny little tomatoes like growing on your face. I am not blushing. And if the 2 of you don't back off, I will cast a curse on your souls for all eternity. That seems a bit excessive. We seem to have gotten off track. Let's take a Giselle profile now, shall we? I can't imagine there's much written there. You obviously aren't a very good judge of your own character then. No sane person would spend centuries waiting for the man they only knew for a year. Pretty much, yeah. It isn't the amount of time we're together that matters. Besides, it was more complicated than that. Yeah, that's why your profile is going to be huge, probably. With how we were forced to part ways, there's no way I could tell. I could let it end here. Also, we are bound on the Soul Ular level. Wow, Soul Ular level. How do we... Soul Ular. Okay, that's kind of difficult to pronounce. It's weird, made up thing. Like nuclear. Or like molecular. Soul Ular. Okay. I think I just vomited in my mouth a little. It wasn't that bad, was it? Moving on. So, as you can see, Giselle has her own fair share of baggage as well, but she's an optimistic woman, proactive about moving on. Hidden behind the maid was a fairly classic heroine character. Giselle and the maid came about because one day, the creators decided they really wanted to see a cheerful young woman turn into a broken husk of human. Oof. Ah. Poor Giselle. Another thing they wanted to do with Giselle was start out with her as essentially the story narrator, and then over the course of the game, pull her out of that position and turn her into a real character. On a somewhat unrelated note, Giselle's portrayal, or the maid's, I suppose, outside the game was possibly worse than mine. It was. I was practically evil in the demo's backstage scene. I want to know this demo. Where can I play? Okay, I want to search this so badly, and I want to play it. You cannot even imagine. I so want to play this. I'm so curious what changed from demo. I would estimate about 70% of the character the staff tried to play off as the maid was actually Morgana. You are making it sound like I am evil now? I mean... kinda? Well, you got redeemed, but... you weren't evil, but you were definitely an antagonist for a good portion of the game. Pretty much, yep. We've already established the staff gets off on being intentionally misleading, so let's just assume that's what it was and move on. Before I forget, there's one other important note on Giselle's profile I still need to go over. Okay? Oh, and what would that be? She has the largest breasts of anyone in the game. That is true. That is true. Always when she's like on screen, she does have the biggest boobas. Pauline is actually, I think like Pauline is second, or the I keep forgetting her name, Maria, right? Or Eva. The girl that was like with Jacopo and stuff. I think like she's number 2. And then Pauline. But yeah, the CGs that we had with Giselle would suggest that she's the biggest. But the blonde one to Jacopo is pretty close, I think. I saw that, Michelle. I saw you sneaking a look. Don't think you can fool me. It's hard not to look, frankly. Yep. You guys have no idea what it's like. My shoulders are constantly stiff. It's terrible. It is. That is actually true. The bigger stuff, the worse it gets for your back and like shoulders and everything. Hold on a second. Did it say on your profile that you prefer small boobs? What? I never said that. And who do you think you are going to trust here? That's Giselle and or the maid for you. You started out the game seemingly full of secrets and possibly scheming something, and turned out to be the ideal wife material. Ideal wife material, I like sound of that. Why does she get so much better treatment than me? I don't know, Michelle. Like, you are born under like unlucky star, as your card said. You are just destined to be a joke for everyone, but you are like one of the best characters in the game. But still everyone is going to make jokes about you. This is horrible, and also at the same time. The story is supposed to be, at least to some degree, about Michelle's growth. So without Giselle around, I imagine it would have ended failing that goes spectacularly. Most likely. The two of us kept each other going. Now, that about sums up everything I have to say about you two. So we're going to go for a little walk around the mansion. You stay here and keep yourself entertained, Giselle. I would rather come with you. I'm staying too. No, you are coming. If you don't, I will cast another curse on their free souls. Or do you want all your hard work in the game to go to waste? You don't have to threaten me. Okay, fine. I'll be back shortly, Giselle. Have fun. I want Giselle to be there too. I will be here when you come back. Okay. I like this, but like backstage. Here, Michelle, you can have the cue cards back. Okay. Should I end the episode? Okay, let's just follow up a little bit more maybe. Now it's your job to read over the profiles. Okay, you know what? I'll check how long I recorded, but I think I will end episode and we'll see the rest of the characters in the next. We just like got introduced to Giselle and Michelle and partially to Morgana. I assume we are going to have Morgana card, like per se, like red Morgana card at the end. I think like she's going to be the last character. It's like something that she doesn't expect per se, you know, from this. Like, yeah, we're going to check like all the characters and stuff, and she didn't expect it to be like also written out. So I think that's going to be the case. But yeah, anyway, I'll check the time because I need few cuts and be right back. Okay, so it's around 35 to 40 minutes, so I would just like go for like 5 minutes maybe to see what's the next character that we're going to learn about, and we'll learn about this character next in the next episode. So let's just continue a little bit more. You can have your cue cards back. Now it's your job to read off their profiles. Do I really have to? You might as well do something. What happens to the Michelle from the game's climax? Because right now you look like briefing is too much effort to bother with. I just don't think I'm the right person to be talking about other people's characters. You might have a point. If you don't have someone to keep you in check, you will start defending anyone, no matter how heinous. That is one of the Michelle flaws, if you think about this. He is going to defend everyone. He's just too good for his own sake. You really ought to learn to call a sinner a sinner. Was she asleep for half the game? I mean, I kinda agree with Morgana. You do defend everyone. Maybe not defend, but you're trying to see like their best. Like, who knows? Maybe they are good. Like, actually, if you maybe not defend per se, if you think about this, Michelle is like giving a chance to the character to redeem themselves, basically, or like trying to get to know their whole story before judging them. He's not judging by the cover, basically, type of the character. Maybe it's more like that. Yeah. So actually Morgana is actually wrong here. He's not defending everyone, he's just defending people that he doesn't know much about yet. Basically, I think. That would be the case. Anyway, it's your job, understood? Well, whatever. Let's get going then, shall we? We'll start by visiting the three men who instigated my curse. Okay. And I think I will let you and our guest decide the order. Oh, we get to choose. Now go on, take a peek. Oh, we actually can pick something. I will just save it for the next episode. I will start with the choice in the next episode. Okay, I think like this is pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I wonder where we'll go. I don't think about this yet, but probably we'll just go with the order that we saw them. So Mel, Swordsman, and Jacopo. I think I will go with this order, but we'll see. Maybe I will go with the people who I'm most interested in learning about. So in that case, that would be Swordsman, then Jacopo, and then Mel. I think that's like the order of like most interesting characters to me from these three. There's a lot of unknown things about Swordsman. I'm very curious about him. There's a lot of things that we know, but he's like, I don't know, I have a feeling like we miss quite a lot of information and stuff. I would really like to see him. like Jacopo as well. Anyway, that's it for this episode, I guess. Yeah. So I'll see you in the next one. We learned a little bit more about Giselle and Michelle. So yeah, we'll see the backstage of Fata Morgana in the next episode. The Free Man. Who knows? Maybe it will also take one episode to read them all, or maybe we'll just finish the whole thing in the next episode. Who knows? Because we still have like side characters, I guess. Like Pauline is going to be there. Definitely like Didier, Georges probably as well. I wonder if there will be Amy. Jesus, I want to see Amy card. And it would just say, she's destined to be a bitch of the game. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Leave up a like if you liked the episode, subscribe for more, check my Discord, and become a member if you'd like to support me and see this episode earlier. Thank you once again, and for the Pocket Watch, let's drink out.